Imagine floating hundreds of miles above Earth, looking down at the planet you live on. The oceans stretch endlessly. Continents blur together. Cities disappear into haze. Now here is the real question. Did humans actually build anything so large that you can see it from space? You have probably heard the myth that the Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. That story is repeated everywhere. It is also wrong. Today, we are separating fact from fiction. No exaggeration, no viral myths, just reality, backed by satellite data, astronaut reports, and geography. Because the truth is even more fascinating. There are man-made objects so massive, so distinct, that they are clearly visible from space. Not from the moon, not with the naked eye from orbit, but from low Earth orbit using cameras, satellites, and the same view astronauts actually have. And once you know what to look for, you will never see Earth the same way again. Let's begin. First, a quick but important clarification. When people say visible from space, they usually mix up three very different things. Visible with the naked eye from low Earth orbit, visible from space using cameras or satellites, and visible from extremely far away, like the moon. Almost nothing is visible to the naked eye from orbit unless it has strong contrast, sharp edges, or massive scale. But satellites, astronauts using lenses, and space station cameras can see much more. Every object on this list is genuinely visible from space through satellites or orbital photography. No myths. No stretching the truth. Now, object number one. The Three Gorges Dam in China. This is the largest power station ever built by humans. It stretches more than 1.4 miles across the Yangtze River. From space, what stands out is not just the dam itself. It is the massive reservoir behind it, reshaping the river for hundreds of miles. Astronaut photographs clearly show the dam and its surrounding infrastructure. The contrast between concrete, water, and surrounding land makes it unmistakable. It is not visible to the naked eye in a casual glance. But through orbital cameras, it is one of the clearest man-made structures on Earth. And this is just the beginning. Next, Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. Imagine designing a palm tree so large that it reshapes the coastline. That is exactly what Dubai did. Palm Jumeirah is an artificial island system built into the Persian Gulf. It spans over 3 miles from tip to tip. From space, it looks surreal. Perfect symmetry, clear geometry, a shape that does not exist in nature. NASA satellite imagery frequently uses Palm Jumeirah as an example of large-scale human land modification. It is one of the easiest man-made shapes to identify from orbit. And unlike many structures, this one is visible even at lower image resolutions. Now let's move to something much older. The Great Wall of China. Here is the truth. You cannot see the Great Wall with the naked eye from space. Astronauts have confirmed this repeatedly. But using satellites and high-resolution photography, the wall is absolutely visible. Not because it is thick, but because it stretches over 13,000 miles. From orbit, it appears as a faint line following mountain ridges and valleys. It blends with the terrain, which is why the naked eye myth exists. Still, when viewed correctly, it is undeniably there. Next, the Las Vegas Strip. At night, Earth changes completely, and nothing proves this better than Las Vegas. From space, the Strip is a glowing blade of light in the desert, surrounded by darkness. Sharp, intense, impossible to miss. Astronauts often describe it as one of the brightest man-made features on the planet. Not because of size, but because of light concentration. It is not visible during the day in the same way, but at night, it dominates satellite imagery. Now imagine zooming out even more. The Suez Canal. This is a straight line carved through desert, connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. It runs for about 120 miles. From space, the canal is clearly visible as a thin, dark line slicing across Egypt. The contrast between water and sand makes it stand out immediately. It is one of the most photographed human-made features from orbit, and one of the most important, because this single line changed global trade forever. Next, the Netherlands itself. Specifically, land reclamation projects like Flevoland. Large portions of the Netherlands were literally built from the sea, drained, reinforced, protected by massive dikes. From space, the geometry gives it away. Straight lines, perfect grids, sharp borders between land and water. Natural coastlines do not look like this. These reclaimed lands are clearly visible in satellite imagery. They are proof that humans can reshape geography itself. Now let's talk about agriculture. The center pivot irrigation circles in the United States. Fly over states like Kansas, Nebraska, or Texas from space, and you see something strange. Perfect green circles dotting the land. These are massive irrigation systems, often a half-mile wide. Each circle is farmland watered by a rotating sprinkler system. From orbit, they look like polka dots on the planet. No natural process creates shapes like this. They are among the most recognizable human patterns on Earth from space. Next, mountaintop removal mining. In parts of Appalachia, entire mountaintops have been removed to extract coal. From space, the scars are visible. Flattened peaks, exposed rock, artificial terraces. These areas stand out clearly against surrounding forest. They are a stark reminder of how industrial activity can permanently alter landscapes. Now let's move to something massive and controversial. The Great Green Wall of China. This is not a wall of stone. It is a massive tree planting project designed to slow desert expansion. It stretches thousands of miles across northern China. From space, the planted regions appear as long bands of greener land compared to surrounding desert. It is not a solid line, but the scale makes it visible in satellite imagery. This is one of the largest environmental engineering projects ever attempted. Next, airports. Specifically, major international airports like Beijing Daxing. This airport alone covers more than 18 square miles. From space, its star-shaped layout is unmistakable. Runways stretch out in multiple directions. Taxiways form precise patterns. Airports are some of the clearest man-made structures visible from orbit due to their size and geometry. Now consider something even larger. Open-pit mines. The Bingham Canyon mine in Utah is a perfect example. It is over 2.5 miles wide and nearly a mile deep. From space, it looks like a massive spiral carved into the earth, layer upon layer descending into the ground. Astronaut photographs show it clearly. It is one of the largest excavations ever created by humans. Next, highways. Not individual roads, but massive highway interchanges. From space, places like the Los Angeles freeway system appear as sprawling webs of concrete. Intersections, loops, and ramps create patterns that only humans would design. While a single road disappears into the background, entire networks remain visible. Now let's talk about something unexpected. The greenhouses of Almeria in Spain. This region is covered with tens of thousands of white plastic greenhouses, so many that locals call it the Sea of Plastic. From space, the reflection is intense. The area appears bright white, easily distinguishable from surrounding land. It is one of the most reflective man-made surfaces on Earth. Next, artificial lakes. Lake Nasser in Egypt, created by the Aswan High Dam. This lake stretches over 300 miles long. From space, it appears as a massive blue shape cutting deep into the desert. Its edges are sharply defined. Its scale is impossible to ignore. It did not exist before human intervention. Now let's revisit night again. The Korean Peninsula. From space at night, South Korea glows. North Korea is almost completely dark. This contrast is visible in nearly every nighttime satellite image. It is not a single object, but it is one of the most powerful man-made patterns visible from space. It shows how infrastructure, electricity, and development leave a visible signature on the planet. Next, solar farms. Massive solar installations like the Noor Complex in Morocco. These facilities cover miles of land with reflective panels. From space, they appear as dark or shimmering patches depending on angle and light. Their geometric layouts make them easy to identify in satellite imagery. They represent a new kind of human footprint on Earth. Now, one final correction. Nothing built by humans is visible from the moon with the naked eye. Not the Great Wall, not cities, not anything. From that distance, Earth itself becomes small. But from low Earth orbit, where astronauts actually live and work, human activity is unmistakable. And that is the real takeaway. Humans have not just built cities. We have reshaped rivers, carved mountains, rewritten coastlines, and altered the way the planet looks from space. The next time you see a satellite image of Earth, remember this. You are not just looking at nature. You are looking at a planet carrying the marks of its most ambitious species. And those marks are visible, even from space.